I am Oyinda. I am 28 years old, and it is currently October 8th at 6:06 p.m. And yeah, I finally have something to say. So don't mind me. I just got out of the shower and I want to stretch my hair out. So that's why it's in these scrunchies right now. So I look crazy, but that's okay because these are just my archive reflections. Anyway, I journaled something today. I was journaling, I was reflecting, talking to God, and I kind of wanted to share what I kind of reflected on. It's kind of personal, but it's all good. It's like as part of my testimony. So I was just reflecting, right? And I'm completely uh, abstinent right now, and but I realized that back when I was younger, not even that much younger, but back in the day when I wasn't abstinent, I used to I used to have sex because for similar reasons to why I used to overeat. And that was just kind of a funny connection that I made. Well, it's not funny, but it was just like, it was an unlikely connection that I made. And so, stick with me. I realized that I used to have sex with guys for similar reasons to why I used to overeat. And the idea around that was that I have to capitalize on the moment because I don't know or trust the next time I'll get that opportunity. And that's kind of like a poverty mindset or a lack mindset or a scarcity mindset. But when you're walking with God, when you're walking with Christ, you lack nothing. You aren't poor because God abounds in abundance, right? You will never miss out on what's good for you. Whatever you're trying to sustain on your own without Jesus will fail and slip out of your hands. Whatever you want to sustain with Jesus, oftentimes or every time, whatever you want to sustain with Jesus, oftentimes or every time, requires you to release it fully to Him. So to give it up, relinquish it. You release everything. You release everything to Him and you will lack nothing and have everything you need. If you release everything to Him, you'll lack nothing and have everything you need. Something I'm realizing is oftentimes I am grasping for wind because I'm not focused on having enough. I'm focused on having an abundance. Okay? Enough, but enough is better than abundance. Enough is better than abundance. When you always have enough, you're not worried about having an abundance. It's when you're used to lacking and not having what you need, you start wanting abundance. The reason I wanted abundance of male attention or food was because although I didn't necessarily think I was lacking, blank always spoke as if she was lacking. Being/listening to people who are never satisfied is a dangerous place to be in. And it will turn you into a person who is always grasping for wind. By divinity, I was going to say by nature, but not by nature, by divinity, I'm a very satisfied being who needs and wants for nothing. Like by nature, but not by nature, by divinity, I am I know that I am a very satisfied person. I don't want or need for much or anything by divinity. Um not because I have abundance, But because I'm related to or created by the God who owns everything, and there's nothing he doesn't own. He owns everything. He is Lord and he sees me. So that's why I've always been a being, a by God, I've always been a person who's always satisfied, because by my truest divinity, by my truest nature, the way I was created was to be satisfied with everything that I have, because not because I have everything, but because I literally am being sustained by a God who has everything, a God who owns everything, a God who literally nothing is not, he is Lord of every single thing, everything. So by nature, I've always been a person who has enough and has always been satisfied just by that, by the makeup of me. And he sees me. And if I have him, I have everything. So to break this down to the most recent context of my life, not texting these men back right now, okay? My flesh hates it because my flesh is grasping for wind, telling me that, similarly to what I was talking about before, like, if I don't text back, I'm missing out on love, I'm missing out on care, I'm missing out on attention. And the part of me that plays into the cool girl who doesn't text back is also grasping for wind. That's never been my aesthetic anyway. It's a relinquishing that must occur. It's to hurt nobody. It's a sacrifice to show myself. It's a sacrifice to show myself / keep myself lowly in spirit. This morning I was praying for God to keep me lowly in spirit. And I think this is how he's doing it, through like this texting situation. Anyway, to keep myself in a heart posture that keeps the Lord in my life, and not men or wind. Lord, accept my worship. And Lord, if you're willing, let me dream. Anyway, that's my reflection. I might watch this back instead of just uploading, but that might take the purity away from this. I don't know. Maybe this will be a post and delete. I'm going to see how I feel about it. But essentially, I wonder if that made sense. Whatever. Bye. Talk soon.